Let's see a simple demo of your lab exercise number 1. Okay, as you can see on the top of the mobile screen, you have to have the title for the app EECS 1022 W18 Lab 1 : BMI calculator. And then you have enter your name. Okay, for example, let's say Jackie. And then enter your weights. Over here, let's say we want to enter the units in kilograms. So now in this case, let's say 70. And then we want to say kilograms, so we don't change the units to be selected. And then for the weights, we also, so now in this case, we want to say it's 170 centimeters. Okay, in this case, 170 over here, and now we'll compute the BMI. So click on the button here, you can see the output says Jackie's BMI is 24.22. So it does not calculate, it does not display all the floating point digits after the decimal point. It only displays the first 2 digits after the decimal point. And then the second line of output says Jackie is normal. So normal over here is the interpretation based on the table that you were given in the instruction. So based on the specific BMI value, you should make the right interpretation. Let's try another example over here. Let's say we want to enter basically the same measures but in different units. Let's say 70 kilograms is roughly 150 pounds. 154 pounds, let's say. So now we can change the units. You can click on the drop-down menu over here. We'll choose pounds over here, and then we change the value to be 154. Okay, and then for the heights, we're going to enter the equivalents to 170 centimeters. In this case, we want to change to inches over here, so we change the menu selection box over here, the selection. And now 170 centimeters is about 66.9 inches. So we'll say 66.9 inches. So the measure the BMI value we get should be very similar. Okay, now currently the previous calculation gives us 24.22, and then the interpretation is normal. We should get at least the same, very close BMI value or equivalents, and the interpretation should be just the same. Okay. Now, when we click on the button again, it's going to refresh the result based on the latest input. When we say compute BMI, so what we get is we got 24.19, which is sufficiently close to the previous one, and the interpretation is still normal. So now this is correct. Let's try one more. Okay, let's say we still keep the pounds and inches. Let's say we change the pounds to, let's say, 220. So now, of course, the BMI value is going to change, but it's not the interpretation going to change. So now, based on the value that's going to be calculated, you have to consult with the table, which means your app must somehow to selectively to tell which interpretation it should belong to. Now let's click on the compute BMI again. So now you can see the BMI value is much larger. So now they say that, it should be obese. Okay, so now these 3 particular examples are only for illustration. For your case, you should really try different combinations of the units. You should try both pounds and kilograms. You should also try inches and also centimeters. You should really try all the different combinations, and then you should also try different numbers such that you can get different interpretation. Remember the 4 different interpretations we have. We got underweight, we got normal, we got overweight, and we got obese, to make sure you really exhaustively test your app before you submit for grading.